it's like 10 o'clock. You should still probably be awake.
Return from Europe in the Congo.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Bill?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Bill?
Yeah, hi, it's Vegan Gains. Do you hear me?
Bill?
Yeah, so, I know it's you, Genetic Beast. Do you hear me?
That was funny.
Bill?
I'm testing him.
So, do you want to talk, dude, or are you going to pretend to speak a different...
Like, I had no idea he had me live on his channel when he even called me. He didn't tell me that. If he did, then we could have debated this, whatever he wanted to debate, live on there.
language. Get it? It's Vegan Gains, get it? So, yeah, I just called you to ask what's up, dude. You live in Toronto, right?
Who gave you this number?
Just some dude on Instagram.
Yeah, he wasn't just some dude.
He's just some dude who watches me on my YouTube channel and asked if I could call you, so... But,
I know who he is.
Okay, well, just so you know, I didn't leak your phone number or anything, so I'm not doxing you. Just calling you to ask, you know, how's it going? I know you live in Toronto. I actually recently moved to...
Toronto,
Yeah, I recently moved to Ottawa. I used to live in Toronto, but the weather's nice, so I was thinking maybe we could like actually meet up. Ottawa isn't too far away from Toronto. So if you
your number is coming up. Your number is coming up as Edinburgh.
Yeah, I'm using my Skype number.
Yeah, you're bouncing that number, yeah.
I don't know how Skype works, but I remember last time I set up my Skype number, I think I set it to New York, but I'm not in Edinburgh. I'm in Ottawa.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not in Toronto right now. I'm in Columbia, actually.
Like the District of Columbia or the country of Columbia?
Country of Columbia.
Oh, okay. How's Columbia?
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay.
Gonna be here for 3 months.
Okay. By the way, I was actually, if you don't mind me asking, I was wondering what you did for work, because I see you're pretty busy on YouTube and everything. Do you just have your own sort of online business?
At first, I thought you were that kid calling me again. What's his name? I don't even remember his name. Fuck. A little asshole that keeps paying you to make videos about me. Anyway, yeah, no, man. What's with the personal questions? Why do you want to know so much?
Well, we've had a back and forth on YouTube, and, you know, I'm not like a complete asshole, and, you know, I know we all have our own sort of funny personal lives, and, you know, what we do online doesn't necessarily reflect, you know, who we are necessarily, so just thought I'd be friendly and ask. I've just been a little curious.
I know you're not an asshole. I know it's just YouTube. You're doing your thing on YouTube. I just do my thing on YouTube. I just make slave videos now, man. That's it. Because my original channel was taken down because I had a couple strikes. Copyright strikes.
Copyright strikes? Who striked you?
Arm wrestling, 2 strikes, and 1 from Jason Blaha.
Oh yeah, fucking Blaha, of course.
Yeah, he's not really copyright. I don't know why they took it down. And it was impossible to appeal because it just was impossible. So I started a new channel. He already tried to hit me twice. Actually, a 3rd time now because They stopped the monetization of that channel right now. It's on pause. They're asking me what my channel's about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I would just recommend you to be sort of careful if it's currently up for review. Just make sure you don't, like, make any sort of personal insults, calling anybody fat or stupid, or, like, stay away from, edgy sort of stuff while it's in review. Hopefully you can get monetized.
Yeah, I don't call anybody any names, man. You can use slave on on YouTube. It's not a bad word.
Yeah.
You could be slave to anything. Doesn't mean anything. I think people are too touchy out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't understand the context of what people are using these words for, like slave.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Since you kind of want to try to get your channel monetized and you're trying to grow your channel, would you be interested in having like a debate on my channel? I can host you, and I can just give you a link to your channel in the description.
Yeah, you have my phone number. I can, yeah, I don't know how you want to have a debate. You want to use a special program, or what? What do you use for that?
Yeah, so normally I use Zoom. If you have an email that I can send you like a Zoom link to. Like normally I communicate with people just through like Instagram. Do you have Insta?
I don't have Instagram, man.
Okay.
I don't have any social media. I never use social media. I just have a YouTube channel.
Okay. If you give me your email, I can just contact you through email, and then I can give you a Zoom link, and then we can set up a debate later over Zoom.
All right. You know what? Give me a call, maybe. Give me a call like Sunday or no Monday. Give me a call Monday night, and
like around the same time.
Around the same time, yeah. I'll give you an email. And maybe we can set up something for. Look. Honestly, I don't hate anybody on the internet. I don't hate anybody. I don't even hate Blaha. Blaha is entertainment.
Yeah, he is. He is one of the best lolcows, for sure.
Yeah, he's just. I feel sorry for him, actually, to tell you the truth. I don't really hate him.
In a funny way, I do feel sorry for him. He is pretty pathetic.
Well, yeah, he's, it's just doing his thing. He's just a poor guy,
Yeah.
He's living now, and I don't know, in a room, and he's got a garage. He's renting a garage or something for his equipment because he's moving down. He's not moving up. He's moving down. He's not making any money on his channel. 113,000 subscribers, and I think it's, to make money, I mean, I think it's got to be over 1,000, at least some money, but it's got to be over 1,000 views. And it's only, his videos are under 1,000. I think they're like, what, 700, 600? They're really low. Like, the numbers are really low.
He's probably making a fraction of a cent, like, per video. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, like 0.5 cents or something per video.
I could estimate he's making per month, maybe, if he's lucky, $160.
Yeah, it's something that would, like, pay his grocery bill, if that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Just under 200 per month. So it's not a lot. I mean, he still has to live on his disability because he can't afford the rent where he lives. And he lives, I know he's got a lot, he's renting in a house with a landlady because they've caught him on video. She was on his door giving him shit on a video.
That's
on a
funny.
live stream. He got caught
is that what that was when he had to shut the channel, the stream down? Okay, that's funny.
Yep. Landlady gave him shit because he was talking too loud and it was late. And she allowed him. I guess she's allowed him to use the garage because she might be like an old woman with a house, husband's dead, whatever.
Yeah.
Rented the room to him, and he's like, "Could I use the garage for my equipment?" And she's like, "Yeah, okay." So. Yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty sad story for him, man. Whatever. I don't know about these clients or anything that he has. He doesn't have anything. It's unfortunate. But, whatever. I saw Omar Ezoff. He goes to. I saw him in the West End, Toronto.
Yeah, I
thought
actually
they
used to
could-
live really close by to him.
Yeah, there's a gym out there. I can't remember. I can't
Fortis,
recall right now.
right?
Yeah, I know the gym he goes to. Yeah, it's by the beaches area.
Yeah,
Queens.
yeah.
whatever.
I used to live down by the beaches over on Woodbine,
Yeah.
and I'd run into Omar walking down to the gym right by my apartment, and we trained at the same gym.
Right. Yeah, I've even met Alpha Destiny, not once but twice. And I met him at the pro show. Met a couple of these people at the pro show. Who's the other guy there? What's his name? It's the other influencer. I can't remember his name off the.
Is he another guy from Canada?
Christ, my head's not working today because I was at the beach all day today. Yeah. What's his name? Christ, I can't remember his name right now.
Furious Pete?
He's Canadian.
Yeah, Furious.
He's got a girlfriend.
Furious Pete?
Christ. No, not Furious Pete. No. Oh fuck. I don't know. I just.
He's short, right? Really short.
That's right. It's really
I know.
short.
I know who you mean. Why can't I remember his name now? He's got a big channel.
Right. That's right.
I know you're talking. He has the Asian girlfriend, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff Nippard.
I don't even know why.
Jeff Nippard.
Jeff Nippard. Christ, why can't I just couldn't remember his name right now. Too, my fucking mind is going. I don't know. It's just one of those days. Yeah, Jeff Nippard. Yeah, he's. I've seen him at the pro show too. Actually, yeah, I've seen quite a few people, quite a few of these influencers. I've stopped to chat with them. Just a minor interaction, you know. But yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how many Canadian influencers are out there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry about in the beginning what I was saying there, because I thought that you were that kid calling me, so I was just fucking with him.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah.
Because I had to hear your voice clearly who it was, because you didn't really say who it was. But then when you said Vegan Gains, I still thought it was him trying to fuck with me.
Right.
Yeah, I'll tell you how they got that number. They got that number because I used my cell phone. I was using my cell phone to make these videos. I don't use my laptop anymore. I just use my cell phone. So they saw my WhatsApp. One of the people were these tags coming down. They were talking to me.
Right.
I have a friend who's a federal cop in Playa del Carmen in Mexico, and so they saw her name come down. Now I don't know how they did it. They hacked the name. They looked at social media for this person, and then they started contacting that person because she told me they contacted her. They were looking. They were asking about me, whatever, and she accidentally gave my cell number to that person.
Okay.
So they didn't hack like any of my accounts or anything. Like, there's not any accounts online. What they did was they contacted her, and like I said, she's a federal cop. At first, she misunderstood who this person was looking for me, and she told me it was an accident. I gave your phone number to that person because, you know, she thought they were Canadian or something like that.
Yeah.
They weren't. They're not Canadian. It's an American guy. I know because I have his phone number. It popped up. He didn't block the phone number, and it popped up. He was calling me in the middle of the night.
I know there were I know there were a couple people who actually met my mom in person, and they were trying to get my phone number and stuff. So it happens.
Yeah, that's not the biggest thing. I mean, the phone number, they can call me. You know what I mean? I could always change my phone number if I really want to, but fuck that. I don't really give a shit. They had called me a couple times, but I never answered. I just, you know, I clicked the phone, whatever, but they kept speaking, but I never spoke back to them.
Right.
But like
well,
I said,
I'm glad
you
picked
called
up.
me, I thought, what's that?
Well, I'm glad you picked up for me.
Yeah, I was thinking that you were that fucking kid. God, what the fuck's his name? Prophet Fear.
I don't
Christ,
think
he's
Prophet
so-
Fear messaged me. I hate that guy
He's
too.
so
He's an asshole.
Yeah, I thought he was calling me actually for some reason. He is so annoying.
Yeah, he's
But no,
super annoying.
no. Yeah, he's super annoying. No, he's not the one that got the phone number. It was somebody else. This guy, I know because he called me a couple times. He was trying to make contact with me, but I never answered back. I just was listening, and then he hung up and went away. Whatever. But he kept calling out my name, but whatever. I was like, whatever. But right now, I thought that was I thought it was Prophet Fear calling me. I was like, what the fuck? You know, when you said vegan games, I was like, well, I was like, is he for real? He's fucking now playing like he's vegan games. No, but the more I listen to your voice, because I had to hear your voice. Like, you know, I had to know if it was you or not.
Yeah, yeah.
When you said vegan games, you have an extinct. You have a very unique voice. Okay.
Yeah, kind of
Let's put it that
monotone
way.
and everything. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I had to listen carefully. That's why I kept doing that, because I wanted you to keep talking, to tell you the truth. Because I was like, is this kid calling me? Like, and now he's saying he's vegan games. So I just kept saying it over because I had to listen to your voice. That's why I answered back. I was like, okay, it is actually vegan games. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah, I was thinking that you were the kid, and that kid's so goddamn annoying.
Yeah, I can't stand him either. Yeah, I can't watch any of his
fucking-
videos about me. He's just too fucking annoying to watch.
Well, if he has to fucking pay people to pay you to make videos about me, which is great, which is even more crazy. But I was like, I laugh about those videos. To tell you the truth, anytime people put me up on the internet, they're just giving me more clout. People coming
Yeah.
over to my channel.
Yeah, totally.
I personally never cared. My original channel, I put all kinds of weird videos up, traveling, this, that. I never really gave a shit. My friend told me, do not tell these people how to build muscle.
Yeah.
He told me distinctly, he said to me, do not tell these people anything. And he says, why are you still doing it? Why are you even bringing out information? And he says, you're actually showing them, guiding them the way. Don't do it. Don't do it. He says, you're just gonna get shit from these people if you do it. If you bring out the truth, they're just gonna they're gonna steamroll you, they're gonna fuck you, man. He goes, don't waste your time, he goes to me. And I was like, well, I just want to see if people were really interested in the truth, that's all.
I actually really liked your vlogs. Some of them were really funny. Like the one argument you got into with one of the guys on the Toronto ferry. He was like complaining that you were filming him or something, and he kept telling you to shut up. And he kept telling him that you're bigger and stronger, and then like all these weak people will try to bark like a little chihuahua or something. Those videos were hilarious.
Yeah, he kept telling me I was on steroids and this
Yeah,
and that.
yeah.
And I'm not even like, I would say, half the size I was back in like the 90s. When I actually really built myself, I built myself because I was trying to discover something in bodybuilding, and that's how I discovered it. It was an accident. I simply had a lot of money, and they had a buffet called Abacus down at the Eaton Center. And so I was working out at a gym downtown. And what I did was, I just distinctly remember I was going to work out on my entire upper body and then do my legs the following day. When I worked on my entire upper body, I would go down to the buffet and just like eat for hours. Then what I discovered was I couldn't move the next day. So the next 2, 3, 4 days, like my body was, I could barely bend my arms. The range of motion was completely gone. The force capacity was like plummeted. I just felt a lot of pain. Let's just put it that way, for the next couple of days. So what I did was I just kept eating like that for hours and hours and hours. And I remember boosting, and originally in the beginning, I remember I was carrying some useless weight. I remember always weighing around 230. I had to drop that weight back to 200. I had to start all over again and go from 200 to 285. So in a couple of months, I went from 200 to 285, eating for hours and hours a day, doing that and
That's a
working
huge
out once a
weight
week. Right. And then that's when I just, so people ask me, they go, well, how do you know this stuff? Well, like they're asking me, can you prove what you say, can you prove it with science? I go, yeah, of course I can. You see, here's the thing. Once you discover how something works, all you have to do, it's easy to find the answers. So I went out and it's not hard. I told them eccentric exercises are known to cause they cause muscle damage. It's not the concentric force, the up force, the concentric movement. It's always the eccentric, but it's still, you still are doing eccentric concentric, right?
Yeah.
The thing is with eccentric concentric, it's what I would call an overworking of an untrained muscle. But it's not really, I can't say it's really untrained, because you're coming back the following week once your muscles have repaired and remodeled and actually fully grown. They will get damaged again with a repeated bout. That's why they have these things in science. They say the repeated bout effect phenomenon protects muscles from repeated bouts of muscle damage. Well, why does it protect it from muscle damage? Well, because you can't keep injuring muscle fibers every single time you come in the gym. You get rhabdo and die.
Yeah.
So it moves into type 1, it does a bunch of stuff, and they may become apoptotic. It's really difficult to say. Look, it's really, your body always gets this damage when you're doing things that you're unaccustomed to, whether it's the first time you're going ice skating, the first time you're rock climbing, the first time you lift weights, you get it. A lot in weightlifting, they call it newbie gains. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of obvious if they're saying newbie gains. Well, they have reached their genetic limit. It's not a genetic limit. You've reached a myonuclear domain size limit. Science tells you it's a nuclear domain size limit. It's beyond where the satellite cell can donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth. So I don't know people online what kind of science they use. I don't use Jeff Nippard's science. I don't use, well, there's these guys and, they lifted these weights and then they gained these muscles. I know that weights do not build muscles. You understand me? But a lot of people are eating an artificial diet called carbohydrates. A carbohydrate diet is an artificial diet. It isn't a natural human diet. See what I mean? It's because it's farmed. We never farmed in the past. So if we never farmed and we're farming these things now, it's an artificial diet. See what I mean? So what are you building? That's why they tell you, they say, well, there's myofibrillar growth and sarcoplasmic. Well, some people will say, well, sarcoplasmic is a myth. Sarcoplasmic is not a myth, because if you look at Tristan Lee,
Yeah.
he's on carbohydrates.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot bigger now.
Those are real? Right. Are you saying that those are real muscles? No. Those are artificial muscles. What he loaded in his muscles are glycogen, because your muscles can hold a lot of glycogen. Because I did a video on my old channel. I put on 20 pounds, and I think it was in 5 weeks. And all I did was work out once a week again, and I simply ate bowls and bowls and bowls of potatoes, and I went from 240 to 260. And then, again, I started getting hit by people right away. I'm on steroids, I'm this, I'm that, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was endless. And I go, just because I put on a bunch of fake muscles, it doesn't mean steroids. So I guess people they don't understand bodybuilding. They're so confused.
Yeah,
You know what I
a lot of people have been accusing me of being on steroids since I've gotten a lot bigger. I'm up to 270 now. When I first started my channel, I was only about 185, 190.
Right. See, here's the thing. I tell these people on YouTube, I tell them, if you think that going to the gym, lifting, and eating protein is going to build a muscle just by lifting all the time in an adapted state and eating protein, well, good luck with that. Go and try that in the gym. See what I mean? And then I tell them, why aren't you building muscles? If protein builds muscles and you are lifting every day in the gym, why aren't you getting bigger? Because it's not based on lifting every day in the gym. It's based on an adaptation. And what is an adaptation associated with? Muscle damage. And science will tell you an adaptation is associated with muscle damage. Now, a guy's going to come to my channel and say he's going to debunk me all the time. There's a debunking guy. He says that muscle damage is not necessary to build muscles. I never said that that was the only way to hypertrophy muscles. See what I mean?
Right.
If you want to build myofibrillars, new myofibrillars, then muscle damage is the way to go to build some permanent muscle fibers. Now, but I didn't say that that was the only way that muscles can hypertrophy. They can hypertrophy through sarcoplasmic. They can contractile proteins, whatever. There's many ways that a muscle can hypertrophy. It can be artificial and it can be real. But in my channel, I just do muscle damage. It's very specific. I'm shooting for an adaptation. I'm not saying that people can't come into the gym and lift repetitively and accumulate some contractile proteins if they eat a lot of protein, right? It's all relative. I've seen like I said, when it comes to science and then explaining muscles and all this whole thing on the internet, force production, yada 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 yada. I've been there, done it. I've been around people with steroids for decades. I know a lot of stuff when it comes to HCG and steroids. I know that HCG can widen the receptor, and when you take in steroids, they can give you more force production, and they can also increase the size. I know the reason why why steroids work so well, why they increase the size, because it's like when you're in intermittent fasting. When you're fasting, right? Mm-hmm. You're in a starvation mode. You're in a starvation mode. So what does your body do? It increases HGH and testosterone, right? Why is it doing that? To preserve you. Okay. So you inject something endogenously like testosterone or HGH, these hormones. What's going on now? What's your body seeing? Your body thinks you're starving. But in this case, you aren't starving. Apparently, it looks that way. It appears that way. But because now you're eating, see what I mean? You're not starving. You're eating, and your body does think you're starving. It's going to amass a lot of weight doing that. But once they stop the steroids, that mass is gone. And not all of it is going to be contractile protein or whatever they're doing there. Not all of it's going to be that. And I'm pretty sure they get some adaptations. They get this muscle damage because they're lifting heavier weights, right? They're moving up higher. I don't know. I can't tell all of it. I know they're getting sarcoplasmic. I can't say exactly what they're getting there. It's really hard to say. Some of it could be apoptotic. It's all relative. If you work through these damaged fibers, they can become, there's a necrosis and apoptosis. They can become apoptotic. You can actually lose muscle fibers, but you're gaining a lot more fluid in there too as well.
Well, yeah, the mechanisms of hypertrophy are not still perfectly understood.
Right. It's complicated.
Yeah. When
they say that the muscle can hold a lot of glycogen, and they say that muscle cells are made up of what? This sarcoplasmic fluid. The sarcoplasm and the sarcoplasmic fluid. The jelly-like substance in the cell. So, I mean, but again, that cell has a nuclear domain. It can only get so big. You need more of these nuclei to synthesize protein, so forth and so on, to further that domain. It's complicated. Yeah. It's not something I can talk about on the telephone. It would take hours for me to explain everything that I know. Yeah. In a phone conversation, even if I was in a debate with you online, I already know where to look for all these answers. They're all memorized in my head. I know that myocytic androgen receptor controls the strength, but not the mass of the limb muscles. Well, the question is, if the myocytic androgen receptor doesn't control, or it controls the strength, but doesn't control the mass of the limb muscles, then what controls the mass of the limb muscles? Well, then you're gonna have to look for hormones. Do they control the mass of the limb muscles? Well, they bind with the androgen receptor, but food really controls the mass of the limb muscles, doesn't it? See what I mean?
Yeah, but as far as the debate, I wasn't really interested in debating you on hypertrophy specifically, but I was thinking more of a debate on like the ethical principles of veganism, and maybe we could talk a little bit about what an ideal human diet would look like, whether it should be plant-based, animal-based, stuff like that. But I'll call you. I'll call you again on Monday around the same time.
You want my honest opinion in this phone conversation about vegan people, about diets? I think that everybody should eat the appropriate diet, the diet that is appropriate, that they feel is appropriate for themselves. Now, the whole ethical thing, I know veganism is based on ethics.
Well,
Right.
I've kind of, well,
It's based on morals. Sorry, it's based on morals.
I don't want to have a debate with you right now. I kind of have to get going, but I'll call you again on Monday, and we'll set up a debate, and we'll talk about all this then.
Okay, sure thing. Yeah.
All right, man. Good talking to you. Take care.
All right. See you later.
All right. He kind of he really rambles.
Hi, VJ.
That was an interesting conversation. I had no idea he had me live on his channel. If I did know that, then the conversation probably would have went in a different direction. I wanted to explain something else when I was talking to him, but he didn't allow me. But if that's what he really wanted to debate about is veganism, then he should have told me that in the beginning of the conversation before we started out. That was his intention, because he could have asked me on it. Really, I don't need science to bring up my opinion on veganism and the appropriate diet or whatever he wants to discuss there. I'm an open book, bro. I can discuss anything with anybody if they truly want to, and I'm going to listen to you. I'm not going to say that my way is the highway. I know that the subject's touchy anyways, whatever. I don't know, man. Anyway, so I copied over the conversation we had, and that's why I'm posting it now on my channel, because I had no idea. I went over to his channel and I realized he actually had me live on his channel. I had no clue whatsoever. He caught me at a bad time. It was kind of late, but I mean, he caught me at a bad time. You know what I mean? He caught me off guard. Let's just put it that way. The conversation may have gone much smoother and better had I known, right, that this was going live. I would have been, yeah, but whatever. Okay, friends, I don't know, man. Tell me what you think about that. Yeah, should I have the debate with him coming up with Vegan Gains or what? That was quite long. You let me know, man, in the comment section, all right? I'll see you in the next one, friends. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Helps with the algorithm, bro. Yes, I'll see you in the next one. Vegan Gains. All right, ciao, friends.